It is beginning. The big move is here. You're going to do very well. Those are not my words. Those are the words of the world's biggest financial influencer, the President of the United States. Dude's got game. Look, it's happening. Big things are afoot. We got Bitcoin news, we got ETH news, XRP updates, Pangu updates. It's going to be a good time. Better stick around for the show. So let's get into it. First and foremost, the President of the United States, Trump. Crypto is only going further. Trump doubles down, says Bitcoin and crypto will keep climbing under his administration. These are big, big words, guys. He said, we are going to make it. In his words, he said, you're going to do really well. Bitcoin's going to go to the moon. Some people say, not your keys, not your coin. I hear that sometimes. The best people say that kind of stuff. Donald, what a joker, this guy. Anyway, you got to realize Trump has done incredibly well out of crypto and will continue to do incredibly well out of crypto, from his meme coin to World Liberty Fi and his company buying billions of dollars of Bitcoin. Like, the President of the United States is all in on Bitcoin and wants to see it do well. Crypto more broadly. It's crazy stuff. These are crazy times we're living in, folks, and enjoy it because it's going to mark one of the wildest, craziest, most insane bull runs you can imagine. Who else agrees with me? Morgan Stanley CIO says the 3-year rolling recession ended in April after a brutal final capitulation. He's now calling it the start of a fresh bull run. Oh, you smell that? That's what the Rock is cooking. I actually had some Rock tequila the other day. It was pretty good. Different story. Anyway, smells like a fresh bull run, baby. I love it. Let's do it. Morgan Stanley CIO, he is bullish. America's looking bullish. GDP's growing. Jobs numbers are still concerning. Rates are too high, but we got problems that we can solve. These are solvable issues. The golden bull run could be standing before us, or we top out in a few months and that's it forever. One or the other. We're officially in a new raging bull cycle. This is big, big fighting words here from Morgan Stanley CIO. And look, the last 3 years have been brutal for a lot of people in a lot of ways. And we've had all these false starts and altcoins have done nothing, but the liquidity's flowing in, money's flowing in through treasury companies, everything else. Markets are looking spicy right now, okay? Public companies stacked Bitcoin harder than ETFs for the third quarter in a row. Corporate FOMO is real. And again, these players have different moves, different time frames. By the way, the Bitcoin move, you guys know last week we were talking about the breakout. We got the breakout, okay? Everyone to long Bitcoin here at 117K. You probably would have got stopped out had you done that. You need to wait for the breakout. We talked about the breakout point. The breakout point came. If you'd caught that breakout, it was a nice juicy move all the way from 17,300 all the way up to $122,000 yesterday. Gosh darn, that was a big move here for Bitcoin. Now, zoom in on the 4-hour chart, you can get a kind of better idea what we're seeing right here. Right now, Bitcoin is pulled back to an area of, let's say, price interest. Ideally, this orange box where we see previously we've had a lot of rallies up into and failed. This is resistance here, kind of broke resistance there, but still ended up being resistance. Okay, so it's 5 or 6 points here. We've had this price area between, let's say, 119 and about $120,000 act as price resistance. That's the top of our previous range, right? Remember, we were talking about our consolidation range here. It did break down, hit our exact breakdown target, came back up and pushed higher, broke out right through that. We've now broken out and come back down to retest the top of the previous range. Now, if $119,000 can hold and that sell-off was enough, then very interesting potential bullish setup here for Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market, as Bitcoin could then push up to new all-time highs. That being said, this daily candle is looking pretty nasty right now. So let's see how the bulls can step it up or not. Obviously, we need to see, again, $119,000 hold. There's a huge squeeze up into 122 today. That's not the kind of wick you want to see in a continuation move higher. Still 10 hours for the bulls to try to get it up and push us higher. But let's see how we play out for the rest of the day. Regardless, a nice move here. Nice trade if you caught it, of course. And if you want to be trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, meme coins, dog coins, cat coins, penguin coins, whatever animal you want to trade, you can do that over on BitUnix. You guys know I'm doing most of my futures trading over there these days, and here's the deal. When you sign up, using exclusively this link right down below here. That link's there. It's in the description. Go check it out. That link's going to get you straight up to VIP level 3 access for a trial. It gives you 30% off of your fees for 30 days. Plus, you can get up to $40 deposit bonuses. Deposits $1,000, get $200 back, $2,000, get $400 back, and insane trade. The trading bonuses are just nuts, man. They get like $1,000 plus 2 Solana, $8,000 plus 3 Ethereum, and these are crazy, crazy deals, guys. So if you want to check that out, there's a link down below where you can get signed up. And of course, that's no KYC, no VPN, no BS, available to everyone, everywhere. That's you. You can trade on BitUnix. Link down below. Go check it out. Okay, let's continue. So check this out. FunStrat says ETH is going to $30,000. Tom Lee just keeps up in the numbers, man. $16,000. Screw it. Let's do $30,000 ETH. Why not? He says Ethereum today is like Bitcoin as in 2017 because Wall Street is already building on it. From JP Morgan stablecoin to Robinhood tokenized assets powered by 100% uptime recognized under U.S. law and an ever-growing security base. Yes, BTC is good. But ETH, baby, ETH to the moon. Wall Street has woken up to ETH in an insane way, a way that was not happening 6 months ago, and I was, bearish on Ethereum. Devs were ignoring everybody. Wall Street was not buying any, and that's changed. Okay, Vitalik started paying attention. Okay, guess he broke up with his girlfriend. Now he's back on working on Ethereum. We're going to 10x the scalability in next year. Wall Street's buying ETH like it's going out of fashion or something. I don't know, man. They're just going nuts here. Okay, check out this chart here from what Ecoinmetrics is. Ethereum finally having its breakout moment. Ecoinmetrics says Ethereum may finally be having its breakout after years lagging behind. Ethereum is now seeing something different. The recently launched Ethereum ETFs are attracting inflows with a pattern similar to what drove Bitcoin to multiple new highs since 2024. If that momentum holds, new highs for Ethereum could be on the horizon. Of course, this breakout that we're seeing now could indeed be that moment. ETH inflows last week. We had huge days last week. Now, we would have a $465 million day out on Monday. So you got that to contend with, even though we had that same inflow back on Friday. But still, let's say about 350 million positive inflows last week. You can see these huge numbers that are coming in. Huge outflow days, but also huge inflow days. Very positive numbers there for ETH ETFs overall. Tom Lee, this is nuts, guys. Tom Lee wants to buy $20 billion worth of ETH in a single year, 5% of the total supply, on a pace to achieve it by 2026. 12x faster than Michael Saylor. That's insane. Now, I own Bitmine. I own SharpLink Gaming. These two stocks are probably going to absolutely rip mega hard, especially as ETH keeps rising in price. And of course, the more ETH these guys buy, the higher the price of ETH goes, making their stocks likely go higher. Not financial advice, obviously. Ethereum broke out, baby. Exciting. I was heading to the airport when that happens. Like, oh, let's break it out. It's going, man. It's going. $4,000 Ethereum. Let's make it happen. You can see how significant this is. Daily chart here. ETH has been rejected here, and some more rejections back in history. But let's just look at the most recent ones. March 2024, rejected. June 20, rejected again in June. December 20, rejected. Here. July, rejected. Now, August, we're getting it, baby. We are above $4,000, substantially above $4,000, with some kind of vague sustainability for the first time in an incredibly long time for ETH. This could be the breakout move that takes ETH to new all-time highs. Beyond $4,800, $7,000 is the key level to watch. That's the 1.618 Fibonacci line, around $7,000 to $7,300, something like that. That's probably the target that we're looking for ETH by the end of the year, if this momentum can hold. Now, if you missed the breakout, and again, I was saying you could just put a trigger order at $4,000 and just ride it up. Okay, if you didn't do that, if you missed that move, watch for a retest back down here, either to $4,000 or even as low as potentially $3,800. Anywhere in this sort of orange box zone, approximately, is where you want to look at. $3,800 to $4,000. If you get a retest down in that zone, very, very important zone for ETH overall. Pull back, flip previous resistance into support, grind higher, okay? If you see that move, that's probably a great spot to get in if you're a late long. Otherwise, let's see how this price action forms up. Maybe we get a bull flag that forms up here before we grind higher. Let's keep an eye on it, okay? Still in a long from, I don't know, $2,300 or something, so it's grinding pretty good. I want to hold that to new all-time highs. Let's see if it works. XRP, this is the 4-hour chart here, actually. You can see it grinding up currently into a nice pennant pattern. Let's see if this triangle can break out and push higher. If it does, the implied breakout target, of course, only activated on taking out the top side of the orange triangle here. The implied breakout target, if we get that upside breakout, is it right around back to its previous highs, around 360 approximately. This is about a 40-cent move we'll be looking at here for XRP if that does play out. Now, currently, again, 4-hour charts here. We've come back down to retest the 50-period moving average, currently sitting right around the 20. The 50 period is right at the bottom of this triangle. So any moves back down in this area, either to the bottom of the triangle or of the 50-period EMA, are probably interesting risk-reward opportunities for a long position here, okay? Solana daily charts, it's grinding higher. Nice move, $180 currently. If you see a move back to about 175, that's probably a good spot to look for a limit long entry. That's the 20-day EMA and this uptrend line that is currently forming right here. So let's see if that can play out or not. Solana's going to go to the moon, guys. Look at ETH ripping right now, okay? Only a matter of time before Solana starts catching up. Who will be the Michael Saylor of Solana? We need a character. We need a main character to come forward, start a Solana treasury company. We already have Solana treasury companies, but nothing like Bitmine, nothing like Sharplink Gaming, nothing like, wasn't the one launched the other day? It's not the Ether Machine. Some other company said they're going to buy $5 billion of Ethereum. It's crazy. Anyway, we need this kind of vibe for Solana right now, okay? Okay, let's talk about Pangu real quick, and then we'll finish up for today. Guys, Pangu 24-hour trading volume exceeds, that's a lot of money. $500 million amid price rally. Let's go. Pangu to the moon, man. Now, what's interesting, Broski shared this. He said, bullish cup and handle pattern spotted on Pangu. High probability we hit a $20 billion market cap by the end of the year. These are the bullish vibes that you tune in for. These are the bullish vibes we need in our life. Let's go. That's like a 10x from here, by the way. Whether or not that's actually what plays out, we shall see. But if it does do a 10x from here, gosh darn it, I'm going to name my yacht Penguin. It'll be fantastic. You can see here the key resistance remains 4.5 cents approximately. So if you really want to play it by the all-time high break, if you put a limit, a trigger order at 0.047, that would catch a breakout into new highs, and you can ride it from there. Otherwise, another spot to try to catch a long position from be right down here on this orange line. So it's currently around 3.5 cents. So limit long at about 3.5 cents for any kind of pullback, or here at 0.047 for a breakout. But either way, those are the two key areas of interest that I'd be watching here if you're looking to trade the Penguin coin, okay? Everybody loves penguins. They're cute. They're fat. They're funny. The market loves it for some reason. Don't fight it. Turn the common sense brain off. Look at the cute penguin picture and bid. Not financial advice, but that's what the market's doing, guys. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in today for a quick update. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.